do anything I want today because I'm retired. And if you're retired, you can do anything you want today. I have gotten that information from a very good source, which I will share with you later. Welcome to Senior Insights. My name is Cynthia, and today I'm going to talk about nothing, as usual, because I'm going to share with you what I did yesterday, and that was nothing. But if you believe it, I didn't have to do anything. I can do whatever I want because I am retired, and I worked my whole life so that I could do whatever I want. So that's why I've chosen today to have a cup of tea with you and talk about whatever I want. So if anyone is interested in that, please stick around. I really would like it if you'd consider liking this video. I'm not twisting your arm. If you don't like it or you don't think you're going to like it, don't like it. But what I'm finding is that I have a lot of watches and I don't have that many likes. On the positive note, do you know that out of, I don't even know how many videos, but it's about 70. There's only been one dislike. Can you believe that? The nerve of somebody didn't like what I had to say. I don't know, it must have been a weak moment on their part. But that's all. So I consider that very good, But here I go. I'm talking off script here. So I would appreciate it if you would pause and like it if you choose to, because it counts. It counts when this algorithm or whatever figures it out. And the other thing is you can walk away from the TV but leave the video on, because it counts how many minutes or what time it was viewed, if it was viewed for the whole time, which it's never viewed for the whole time. It doesn't look like practically anyone ever looks at it. I'm going to sneeze and you're going to see the real Cynthia. Excuse me. I usually have 3 in a row. I guess not. So yesterday I decided I'm not going to do anything. I didn't feel like doing YouTube. And I have it on good authority. I have a friend who tells me that all the time, and I consider her a reliable source. She has to remind me all the time. And so that's why I'm talking about it today, so that I can remind you and let you know that it is okay. Even if you don't feel like it's okay. Like, I still don't feel like it's okay that I didn't do anything yesterday. That's why I'm telling you, I'm confessing to you that I didn't do anything. I didn't even record a YouTube video, which I have been obsessed with YouTube. I have been obsessed with it. But I'll tell you, it's one of the best things that's ever happened to me. But that's neither here nor there. So yesterday, I made a conscious decision not to do anything, and I didn't do anything, except I did make a zucchini cake. What I've also discovered is when I say I didn't do anything, that's not totally true, and that you should look back and see what you actually really did. So I made a zucchini cake, and you know that I've told you I don't particularly like cooking. So, but I made it and I cleaned up the kitchen, so that's doing something, right? I also sampled it. That's doing something. I also folded some clothes. I'm still not hanging them out because it's raining again. That's another thing that gets me down. I need the sun. I need the sun. It's raining. It's freezing. I had to put the fire on. I'm looking over there because I just put it on a little while ago because I was cold. It's almost Easter. What is it with that? But I guess I'm not talking about what I said I was going to talk about. I read, and one of the books that I read, I don't even know the name of it. It was called, I guess I do know the name. It was Make a Cozy Home. And it was about the Danish lifestyle. And I was reading it, and I told you I speed read, and I try to pull things out of it that would be useful. And I thought, when I saw the title of the book, I said, oh, that would be something to talk about. on Senior Insights. So I read it, and I speed read, so I only read what I want to read, and if you ask me what was in the book 10 minutes after I read it, I don't usually recall. Anyway, it was really good about creating a cozy home. But then it gets into the decluttering, which I do believe is extremely important. If you look behind me, you can see I have a lot of clutter that I've got to deal with. But so far, I have chosen not to do that. But I know it's nagging in the back of my brain that I've got to do something. And I actually have a giveaway pile right in front of my door that I throw things in. So I'm not all bad. And I do some things. But anyway, 3/4 of the way through the book, I closed it and I sent it back to Libby, and I said, no, this isn't for me. It was talking about, dressing and makeup and a whole bunch of things that I don't think that we're really interested in. At least I'm not interested, and I assume if you're subscribed that you have similar interests to me. I'm sure we're not alike. So I read that, and I sent it back, and then I started reading another book, and wait until you hear the name of this one. I do remember this one. The 5 Regrets of the Dying. So stay tuned. I'm learning a few things, and I am going to probably do a video on that, because we did do a video on regrets, but this is specifically of the dying people that are dying. It was done by a woman who worked as a caregiver for dying people. I haven't gotten that far into it, but she must have worked like as a hospice worker or something. It's in a different country. But she talks about her relationships with those people, and she's going to share what they shared with her about their regrets. So I think that will be kind of fun, and it will be enlightening, and maybe it will help us on our journey to fix some of the things that we need to fix before we're out of here. Because remember, we're walking on a path, and on this channel, we're walking on a path, we're holding our hands together, and we are walking together. And we're walking together. So we're trying to do everything we can to help ourselves get to the end of that path in a good way. So then I said, Cynthia, you haven't watched any TV since you started this YouTube thing. It's true. I watch YouTube on TV, so I guess that's not totally accurate. But I said to myself, forget about YouTube for one day. You can forget about it. Forget about it. You don't have to be paying attention to YouTube every waking, breathing second. So what I did was I binge watched. I found a show on Prime, and it's 2 seasons long, 8 episodes in a season, and I watched one full season. And today, when I'm done with this, I'm going to watch the second season. I don't know if I'll do the whole season, though. But it was like a good book. I could not put it down. And I forgot how getting lost in something can actually be good for you. Now, it's not the same as meditating. I suppose it is in some way, but I was totally into it. I was not thinking about YouTube. I was not thinking about how guilty I was because I didn't do anything or anything. I was watching that show, and I enjoyed every minute of it. There were a few slow parts, but for the most part, I enjoyed the whole thing. I enjoyed the story. I'm not going to tell you the name because I don't want you to know the kind of shows that I watch. What else did I do? Oh, I told you I made the zucchini cake. And I didn't record a thing. I just sat there. Then this morning, I got up at 8 o'clock, which is later than I have been, and I was really upset with myself. Now, if I said that to my friend, she would say to me, it's okay. You can do whatever you want. When I was a kid, I used to dream about staying in bed all day. What cozier place is it to be under your blankets, all snuggly and warm, and just not having to deal with anything, because we deal with a lot every single day, even though we are retired. Don't try and kid me, because I know. I do. Sometimes it's just things that I imagine. Sometimes it's things in my family. Sometimes it's, oh, why didn't I get that at the grocery store? Just stuff. So I felt guilty about that, but then I didn't feel that guilty. So then I said, you better get back on this YouTube thing because it's important. And your community, this small community, is so important to me. I cannot tell you how good YouTube and you people have been for me. I cannot tell you. But I can tell you, you're going to start seeing some videos, some of my original videos that I'm not redoing the videos, I am reposting them. So they're going to start showing up again. And they're going to have new thumbnails, and I don't expect any of you loyal followers to watch those. As a matter of fact, I'd prefer it if you didn't, because they're pretty bad. But if you do, you will see how I personally have changed because of you folks and because of YouTube. So if anyone is ever thinking about doing YouTube, you can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it, trust me. So, this video right now is going to be the viral video that everybody waits for. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe and comment. Comment if you feel, sometimes you feel guilty that you didn't do anything. When you think about it, of course you did things. You folded the laundry, you didn't think that was anything. You made a zucchini cake, you didn't think that was anything.